Hey friends, today I want to talk about something really important. If you're growing garlic and want it to survive the winter and come back strong in spring, you might be thinking, why bother covering garlic? It's already cold hardy. And yes, garlic is tough. It can handle frost. But if you really want big, juicy, healthy bulbs, covering it is not just a suggestion. It's your insurance. From my own experience, gardeners who skip this step often find empty spots in their beds in spring or tiny weak cloves that just don't grow properly, no matter how much care they put in over the summer. So, let's talk about when and why you need to cover your garlic. It really depends on where you live and what the winter is like. If your winters are harsh and there isn't much snow, covering is essential. The top layer of soil freezes deep, and frost can reach the cloves. Winters with big swings in temperature are especially tricky. Imagine a warm spell hits, the garlic starts waking up, and then a sudden frost comes. Those weak cloves can die. If you planted garlic late and it hasn't rooted well, you also need to cover it. Even in milder winters, a cover helps keep the soil moist, prevents cloves from popping out, and protects them from sudden temperature drops. Honestly, even if you get a lot of snow, a little cover is still smart. 15 minutes in the fall can save you months of trouble in spring. Now, timing is everything. One common mistake is covering garlic too early, when it's still wet or warm. That can cause rot and mold, and all your work is wasted. The best time is when the top of the soil has started to freeze slightly, usually late October or early November, after the first frosty nights. Around -5 to -3 Celsius, which is about 23 to 26 Fahrenheit. Covering garlic isn't just throwing some mulch on top. You're creating a microclimate that protects your cloves from frost, wind, and freezing temperatures. The better your layer is set up, the less risk of losing your harvest. Now, let's talk about what to use. The rule is simple. It should be loose, breathable, keep warmth and snow, but still allow air to circulate. I usually use 3 main things. First, sawdust or wood shavings. These hold warmth and snow well, but they can compact and slightly acidify the soil. So I usually mix them with peat or use them as the top layer. You can make a layered cover. Peat first, then sawdust, and top it with evergreen branches. It creates an amazing winter environment for the garlic. Second, peat itself. It's loose, doesn't compact, holds heat well. The downside is it can sometimes form a crust on the surface. Mixing it with sawdust or compost makes it airy, warm, and perfect for protecting garlic and holding snow. Third, evergreen branches like pine or fir. This is perfect. They hold snow, create an air pocket, and mice usually ignore them. In spring, it's easy to remove. Other options? Straw works well, but mice love it, so only use it if you don't have rodents. Fallen leaves are free and effective, but only from healthy non-fruit trees. Dried vegetable or flower tops also work. Just make sure they're dry to avoid rot. What not to use? Plastic sheeting or roofing felt. They trap moisture, create a greenhouse effect, and your garlic will rot during the first thaw. After you've chosen your material, here's how to lay it down. First, if it's dry, lightly water the bed. Then spread a 3 to 5 centimeter layer of mulch peat or sawdust uniformly. On top, put evergreen branches to hold the mulch in place and add extra insulation. If it's a low snow winter, don't be shy, pile snow on top. It's the best natural insulation. Come spring, when snow melts and the soil thaws a little, remove the branches and part of the mulch. Leaving it too long causes garlic to push through in darkness, growing weak and stretched. Let them get some sunlight, and you can scatter the remaining mulch between rows to keep moisture and protect the soil. Some extra tips. Lay branches loosely so air can circulate and snow can settle. Check sawdust and peat for even coverage, no clumps. If there's little snow, make small mounds around the bed to keep it from blowing away. Mix materials. Peat with sawdust, sawdust with plant tops for the best microclimate. Here's a personal story. One year I planted garlic late early October and didn't cover it. The winter was low on snow and frosts were sudden. In spring, half the cloves died, and the shoots were tiny and weak. I learned that covering isn't optional, especially for late plantings or areas with little snow. Another year, I used only evergreen branches and snow, and the garlic survived perfectly. In spring, the shoots were strong, the bulbs big and juicy. Experience showed me, even in mild winters, a small layer of mulch and branches, just 5 to 10 minutes of work saves months of worry in spring. The layer thickness matters too. 3 to 5 centimeters is ideal. Less won't hold heat, more can crush the cloves and block airflow. Lay branches so snow can settle, but air passes freely. Don't make a tight carpet, or moisture builds up, and garlic may rot. If you use straw, watch out for mice. One neighbor lost bulbs because mice chewed through the straw. Straw is best combined with branches or leaves. In the spring, as snow melts, watch the shoots. If they're thin and weak, the mulch may have been too dense or left too long. Remove the top layer and let them get sunlight. You can also feed them lightly with mineral fertilizer or herbal teas to boost growth. Remember these golden rules: loose, breathable cover that retains heat and snow. Don't rush, wait for stable frost. Remove mulch in spring at the right time. Combine materials: branches, peat, sawdust, leaves, straw for the best microclimate. Follow these rules, and your garlic will survive winter beautifully and give you big, juicy bulbs in spring. 15 minutes in fall equals months of peace and confidence that your harvest won't fail. If snow is scarce, build a small snow mound around the bed. It traps snow, keeps heat, and protects against wind. If your soil is sandy and freezes deeply, make the mulch a bit thicker, 4 to 6 centimeters, and lay branches loosely so air passes but snow stays. In spring, also monitor moisture. If the soil is too dry, water lightly, but don't overdo it or you'll get rot. Special situations. If your beds are on slopes where snow blows away, secure mulch and branches with stones, sticks, or netting. For large or dense beds, spread materials evenly so all garlic is protected equally. Some gardeners ask if dried vegetable tops can be used. Yes, but only dry ones. Wet tops trap moisture and garlic will rot. Experience shows the best mix is peat, sawdust, and branches. Loose, warm, breathable, keeps snow, and protects cloves. Covering garlic isn't just about frost. It keeps moisture, prevents freezing, and protects the soil. If you want big bulbs, don't skip it. In spring, when snow melts, check shoots. Weak or stretched shoots mean you need to remove some mulch and give more sun. You can lightly feed with potassium or nitrogen solutions to strengthen them. Covering garlic is 15 minutes of work in fall. That saves months of trouble in spring and summer. Do it right, and you'll have big, juicy, healthy bulbs that will make you proud.